Let's see. When we first bought the place, we had no intentions at all of raising animals in any way, shape, or form. We didn't want to deal with the smell. We didn't want to deal with the poop, the blood, the guts, the whole thing. Didn't want to deal with any of it. And so we did just seasonal vegetables at first, and then once we figured out and we saw how much money, time, and labor it took to create the infrastructure to create seasonal vegetables, I had all kinds of pressure from accountants and bookkeepers and whatnot asking what we were doing with all the other acreage, because we were only using about an acre of 10 open acres to produce food on. And so we started running numbers and looking into pasture-based poultry production. And we joked for the last couple of years that economically we should only be raising at least chickens, but just meat in general. The amount of labor it takes to produce seasonal vegetables, the weeding and the harvesting and washing, and then the dollar amounts you can get per the amount of labor it takes to put it together, it's a thin line. Plenty of people do it, but you need to do pretty high quantity to have it turn around to be any kind of economical gain. And so when we started running the numbers to raise, we started with just pastured poultry, but just the meat birds. At first we couldn't believe it. It was off the charts. And so we did it the first year kind of on a smaller scale, and every year now we've done more every year. And it's just, once you really get into it and you really start figuring it out, it's better across the board. Our pasture and fields have never looked better. They've never been taller. They've never been greener. It's almost the beginning of May, and there's already thigh-high to waist-high grass out there. It's greener. It's thicker. There's a more diverse amount of plants that are out there. And so once you start moving the chickens across it, the only hitch to the whole thing was that we needed to keep the grass short. And so at first we were just haying it, cutting it and putting it into bales, but 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 cutting it and putting it into bales. Cutting it and putting it into bales. Cutting it and putting it into bales. Definitely say I've seen a huge growth in people interested in just where their food comes from. That's a big hurdle for local food production, is consistently being able to supply the general public with the product non-stop. And people are totally accustomed to being able to go to the grocery store and get whatever they want any time of year. That's something that's interested in switching. you.